Okay, so I'm here with Gunner. Um, and we are going to be working on the next stage of the kind of pick me up at the mounting block stage. So, first thing that we're going to do is just make sure that he remembers what we've asked. So, we're going to raise our hand and we're going to say, "Come on, Gunner." And if he needs a reminder, that's okay. Good boy. But again, what's different about this program and what's different about this ask, good boy, is I'm not using a lot of force. I'm not using a lot of pressure and release in the traditional sense. What I am using is his reasoning and allowing him to actually answer the question that's being asked. So he needs to identify that there is a question and then answer it. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to actually try similar to the way that we did on the ground. So he's going to be facing me. Ho ho. Well, maybe. We'll see. He might be a little bit too squirrely today, or he might be automatically trying to answer the question before it's been asked. If your horse gets to a point where they do it automatically, that's okay. Don't worry about it. So I'm really tall here, but nope. Gunner. Okay, so he's gotten a little bit too far ahead of me. So he wasn't even able to see that I have my hand up. So we want to set them up for success. Instead of me getting out there, getting frustrated, pushing him around, moving his head, all we're going to do is we're going to put him back here. Ho ho. Good boy, stay. And now I'm going to come here and I'm going to ask again. Nope. Come on. Good boy. All right, here we go. Nope. Okay. So what we learned on the ground is not picking up here. So right now he's just circling, and that's not what we want him to do. Now it could be that I'm crazy high. So again, one of the things about behavioral training is trying to figure out why is my horse behaving the way that they are, rather than what can I do to fix it. Let's figure out why is he behaving the way that he is, and how can I change the environment that's making him behave that way. So let's see if coming down 2 steps is going to make a difference. So, come on, Gunner. Good job. So look at that. It wasn't that he didn't understand the question. It's that I moved up way too high for him to feel like that was what I was asking. So now we're going to move away, because that's what we do. Good job. Yeah. I know that a lot of us will just line them up to the mounting block and ask them to stand and get on. But this way, I want to actually get him to move to me. So here I'm just stopping and I'm asking the question again. I'm going to ask him one more time. Hey. And now I'm going to reinforce. Good boy. Good job. Good boy, Gunner. Good job. So we do like to do it 3 to 4 times just to make sure that he understands what's being change it up. This will come in handy if you are on a trail or if you are, having to get on at a picnic table. So here we go. Too much forward motion. I need him to swing just a little bit more. Can I ask him one more time? And then I'll reinforce. Nope. So I'm glad that he did this because this is not uncommon. When you get to a point in this training, sometimes they kind of forget what they're doing and they try and go to what they know from before. And all we're going to do is we're not going to let him kind of continue that. We're going to keep asking the question until he starts to come the way that we've asked. Notice I'm not changing the question. So I'm not getting up any higher on this, which is causing me to reach over a little bit more. But I'm not changing the fundamental question. Nope. Yes, good. Good job. Boy. Yes, Connor, good job. Good boy. So I stuck with it there. If you feel that you're getting to a point where you are frustrated or the horse is frustrated and you're ready to call it a day, don't keep on this particular exercise. So in a situation like that, if Gunner was showing me signs that he was really nervous or he was starting to kind of feel like he was being a little bit flooded by the question, what I would do is I would bring it back to something I know he knows. So sometimes it's as simple as walking, stopping, and backing them up. Good boy. In this case, because I want to stay on the same wavelength that we've been working on, if he was having too much of an issue doing what I was asking to do, I would have gotten down, I would have come over to this side, and I would have done it back one step. Yes, good job, Gunner. So remember, ending on a good note doesn't mean ending on this note.